All right. Give me a sec. Come on. Give me a sec. I'm just setting up my chat right now, actually. Perfect. Come on. Wake up. Give me a sec. Saying I'm offline, but I'm streaming right now. There we go. Perfect. Uh-oh. Perfect. We are live. We are excellent. And we are everything else in between. Hi, everyone. It's me, Nightlord131. And we are back. Let me just make sure my volume is good. Perfect. Check OBS. We are looking great there too. All right. All right. Hi, it's me. Today we're going to continue the project that I was working on, and yeah, we're just going to just have some fun today. I will be streaming on Monday as well, and on Monday I'm going to be playing Hightail. So, yeah, that's the plan. Let me just do this. Ah. Interesting. Let me see. I'm going to go head over to the island. Well, across the ocean so that we can go and take care of some stuff. Alright. Just give me a sec. I'm going to wait until some more people come in and I'll talk about my day. But I hope you guys are having a great day. You know what? I'll just talk about my day right now. Just so that I can get that out of the way. My day was pretty good. I was like, today was interesting. We had some snow, obviously, and well, I don't know. It kind of soured my mood a little bit. But tomorrow I'm going to get a haircut. Going to get a haircut, and it's going to be really cool. I'm going to go to Freddy's, the burger chain, and I'm also going to see one of the projects that my sister has been working on for college, and that's going to go pretty well. And yeah, I took a shower like a few hours ago. That's why my hair is a little bit like this way. Usually my hair is all up in a mess, and it kind of resembles something like from Tim Burton or something. I don't know. That's how I would describe it. Some people would say a rat's nest, but I don't want to use the term rat's nest. So, yep. But yeah. There's also like a few other things that I'm going to try to do during this week. Like besides content creation stuff, like I'm going to we're going to get like paint for walls, and we're going to try to move stuff around and put space for my stream room for my new one, and no, it's going to look cool. I'm also going to be getting I should say this. I ordered the Creature from the Black Lagoon NECA action figure, actually, and it is colored, actually, like from the original film. And no, it looks really cool. I am going to show the creature from Black Lagoon and the Phantom when he arrives. And that's going to be pretty cool. And then I'm going to make that video all about my NECA action figures. I also have one of my NECA figures out right now in front of me. Well, to the side of me, actually. Let me pull them out. This is the Crimson Ghost by the Misfits. Looks pretty cool. Let me just put him back. I'm going to put like when I display all my different figures, I'm going to have like a place for my NECA action figures. And it's just going to look great. It's like my collection has grown. Like I have Grandpa Munster from the Munsters. I have how do you say? The Fawn from Pan's Labyrinth, the Creature from The Shape of Water, and I have a Neomorph from Alien Covenant, as well as a Xenomorph from Aliens. And I also have the Trilobite from Prometheus. I also have... what else? I'm trying to think of my other ones I have. Nosferatu. And now the Phantom of the Opera, alongside with the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I am planning on getting Dracula, Bela Lugosi's Dracula, the black and white version. Once, like, in October, I do think NECA will bring back the colored versions of those characters, like the Universal monsters. And I definitely know by 2030, I do know that they're going to likely do a celebration thing for Dracula, because you might be saying to yourself, wait, why? Why that exactly? Why on the 30th? Well, you see, during this Valentine's Day, it was actually the 95th anniversary of Bela Lugosi's Dracula. It's either the 2030 or the 2031. Oh. But no, Dracula is going to be at least 100 years old. Now I'm talking about the 1931 film, actually. There we go. Yep. If you haven't seen that movie, you should. It's a great movie. It's one of my favorite movies, actually. By the way, I continued more of the, how do you say, Halo 5. And I'm enjoying the story. It's great. I'm enjoying myself. Yeah. Is there anyone else, Universal Monster-wise? Oh, the Wolfman, as well as the Mummy. Both the bandaged version of the Mummy, as well as, I say, the non-bandaged version of the Mummy, which the majority of that movie, the Mummy, that one is more like you only see Boris Karloff fully bandaged for like the beginning part of the film. Other than that, he is walking around in non-bandage. I would compare like the Mummy's original appearance more to Dracula, I would say. And a lot of people would also say that too when it comes to the Mummy. Which, by the way, I was surprised to see that there's another Mummy movie coming out, but it's not by Universal, actually. It's by Blumhouse Studios, which I believe Blumhouse is a Universal production company. But anywho, yeah, they're going to have some interesting stuff in that film. I don't know if I'm going to go see it, but I don't know. It'd be interesting. From what I see from the... by the way, I will provide the link to the trailer when this comes out to YouTube, so you can go check it out for yourself. So you can understand what I'm talking about, because like a lot of what I'm going to say now, you're not going to maybe like keep track with what I'm saying, but hopefully by watching the trailer for yourself, then you'll be like, oh, this is what you're talking about. Okay. But anywho, from what I can see in the film, there's like this family, and in the beginning part of the trailer, they're like, they get a phone call and they say, oh, your missing daughter has been found, but she was like inside of a sarcophagus, actually. I think they said it's an Egyptian one. I'm not too sure. Well, you know, when it comes to like, this is a little bit of a side tangent. A lot of people think that when someone says mummy, they think Egypt, which, don't get me wrong, Egypt is well known for mummies, obviously. But, this is the big but, however, mummification isn't strictly an Egypt thing. Like one example I can think of off the top of my head is that there have been Mongolian mummies found in Mongolia and other surrounding places, and I think also in Peru and other parts of the world. There have been you know, evidence of people mummifying bodies and, you know, preserving them and everything else that is involved in mummification. So to say that, like, you know, mummification is a strictly Egyptian thing, well, from like ancient Egypt's past, that would be not really accurate to say. But anywho, we'll just we'll just do this. This will help limit the amount of creatures. Okay, let's get rid of this. But anywho, no, like when they get the daughter back, she starts acting weird, much like in any other like movie involving the dead. Unfortunately, a lot of like horror movies that deal with like, you know, the dead and everything, they unfortunately follow trends that have been left behind by both The Exorcist, which The Exorcist is a great movie, and also The Conjuring as well. But I like, unfortunately, with that style of horror, there has been like some stagnation, which is unfortunate. But, you know, in terms of creativity. But anywho, like she starts acting all funky, and like they start like finding and, pun intended, unraveling the mystery of why, like, you know, it's taken like years to find her, and then they find her and find like she's, you know, has a connection to this sarcophagus, and also is displaying like supernatural abilities and doesn't seem like the real, well, you know, like the old version of what they knew. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's also being produced by a New Line Cinema, actually, too. Which actually, when it comes to New Line Cinema, I do know that New Line Cinema, I believe that's a subsidiary of Warner Brothers, which it's kind of crazy to imagine, too, that with Warner Brothers, like, I know there's a deal. There's something going on. I think it's already been settled, but Warner Brothers is going to be purchased by Netflix. Every time I heard like, oh, they're going to be purchased by Paramount, but you know, that just shows you how like in the loop I am in when it comes to like knowing what the major studios are up to. The major studios, like Disney, has fallen. Disney, like, you know, I do enjoy a lot of their films too. Don't get me wrong. But I do think, like, they have issues, yes, and things where they, like, have done good. But I do think them embracing generative AI is really, like, the final nail, one of the nails in their coffin. Like, yeah, no, it's not good. But anywho, like, I don't know, it makes me a bit sad to see that, like, you know, like one of the original like studios is now being bought up by this like company that has been around since even like the early 2000s, like late early 2000s, mid 2010s. Like that's when Netflix came into the scene. I remember actually. If any of you guys relate, please let me know. Not just in the chat, but also in the comments over on YouTube if any of you feel like saying anything. But no, I remember growing up that like Blockbuster was still a thing. I actually lived right next to a Blockbuster in Fort Worth, Texas, actually. But no, there was also Redbox too. Redbox, that's another terrible, terrible thing that unfortunately happened where they went under because streaming services have really hurt physical media. Like, I'll talk about Redbox in just a sec, but no, like, yeah, I remember getting, going there, and people would rent stuff from Blockbuster, and I also remember getting like VHS tapes. If any of you guys ever used VHS tapes, you know. Yeah. But then they went under. And I still used VHS tapes until like I left Texas, and that's when, you know, you can still get VHS tapes. Like if you go to like a thrift shop or a Goodwill or like any of these other places, like, yeah, I do go to thrift shops, yes, because like, you know, I like when it comes to like my t-shirts and everything, no, I go and buy stuff online, or, you know, when there's a concert, I'll go and get band tees. But for some shirts, I have like my One Sleep Token t-shirt, actually. That one I got at a thrift shop, actually. By the way, I should make a video on my band tees, because I do know a lot of people do like to see people's band tees, actually. Honestly, some people might roll their eyes because I do have a little bit like of the mainstream stuff. When it comes to mainstream stuff, I mean like My Chemical Romance, Sleep Token, alongside Slayer. Ooh. But and some people, like people who are like, you know, want to be an asshole or something, because they look at a Misfits shirt and then think that person might be a poser or whatever, and then like they'll be like, oh, you can't name like 3 Misfits songs. Well, I know more than just 3 Misfits songs. I was literally listening to a couple before getting my stuff for streaming, you know, done. Well, like getting this all my stuff ready. But anywho. But yeah, no, some other shirts I have are like more specific. Like I have a Bad Religion shirt. alongside my Creeper, 1 and Ice 9 kills. And I'm actually wearing an Ice 9 kills shirt, actually. So, yeah. And other couple stuff. Maybe when I get a couple more band tees, that's when I'll be like, hey, you want to see my collection? Like a couple more. I have like a sea of black. That's how like many like black band tees I have. Oh yeah, I also got like the Offspring really recently when I went to see the Offspring. And also Violent Vera, for the people who know Violent Vera. But anywho. Yep. Oh yeah. Now, back to the red box thing. I want to talk about red box because, well, I remember, how do you say? When it comes to going to the red box, like I used to go to the red box and rent out some movies, actually. And yeah, no, that was a whole thing. Like, I could get these movies and rent them for like $4 and other stuff like that. And yeah, what else? Oh, even like when I left Texas, my home state, and then like started living in different parts of the country, like I still went to a red box and got like movies and everything. When it came to getting movies, like besides going to the to Walmart or any of these other stuff to get like a film, or even buying a movie on Amazon and eBay. Like I have the Alien versus Predator Requiem on DVD, and I got that off of eBay actually. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like other than like going to eBay or going to Amazon or Walmart or even like going to the library to get like free movies and stuff like that, like I would go to the red box and rent a movie. Yo? Oh, yo, what's up? What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Nice to have you here. I was just talking about Redbox, actually. Do you remember Redbox, Crow? Not much, just got my official vods channel made. Congratulations, dude. Awesome. That's great, man. I'll probably maybe link your vods channel in the description when this comes out to YouTube, so people can go check out your vods channel. And also for people over on YouTube who are seeing this, go subscribe to the Dead-Eyed Crow's vods channel. So that's, yeah. Yeah, I use them to. Ah, I see. I see. You know, it's kind of like sad to know that like Redbox, unfortunately, they went under. Like near where I live, actually, there was a Redbox, but unfortunately they got rid of it. And like, no, that was just terrible. It felt like a part of my, like childhood was taken away from me, essentially. Because, like, I remember renting some really wild movies. Not just, like, the mainstream movies, but, like, some really wild ones. Like, indie movies, like, B-level kind of movies, and, like, movies that are just, like, comedy rom-com family stuff. Like, I remember getting that, like, renting out those kinds of movies. And especially when on the road, actually. Like, I remember renting a Redbox DVD, and we would drive through, like, Arkansas, and we would have our, well, this is when I was younger, so, like, we would be in the back, and we would watch, like, some of those movies on our DVD player, actually. And, like, yeah, it was interesting watching those kinds of stuff. And, some movies from back then, like, a lot of them were animated, and a lot of them had, like, some level of cheese. Like, they were cheesy and everything. And it's like, oh. Looking back at it, I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. Well, no, not disgusting, but, like, I cringe a little bit. Like, especially when I see a meme, I'm like, oh, someone else gets it. Someone else saw, like, that thing with, like, the two-headed dragon that rapped for some reason with wizards involved. Actually, there's this one creator. I was watching their video, and, like, I can't remember her name, but she does a lot of great deep dive videos into, like, topics, several topics. Like, she made this, really great video about exposing, like, the level of depravity on Twitter with, like, how do you say, that Grok AI shit and what Grok was able to do, and, like, people exploiting that and just all this other really terrible shit, But she had released a video about a TV show that I thought was a fever dream. But no, like, I remember, like, she said, oh, this TV show was called 1,000 Ways to Die on Spike TV. And, like, she did a really great job, actually, talking about how ridiculous that show was, but also, like, how not just morbid it is, but how exploitative it is. Because some deaths that appeared in that show had happened in real life. And, like, no, like, she did a really great job, like, you know, like, showing a light onto, like, these things, and that's why, like, eventually that show went under. Because of all, like, like, these people using, like, the deaths of real people and all these terrible things of, like, how people die, and then using it for their television show. And then she had, like, I'll provide a link to that video for people when this comes out to YouTube. So you can go check it out for yourself. And also go subscribe to that creator too. She's great. But anywho, no, like, I remember my first encounter with the show. And the episode I watched, it had, I guess we're going to get our stone from here. It featured, like, this, like, weird adult man who dressed up as a baby. And he would, like, he was like there was a weird kink thing with his girlfriend or something. And, like, he got his head trapped in between, like, the these two bars, and then he died that way. And that traumatized me. That traumatized me when I was a kid and everything. There's some other ones, but I don't want to go into detail about those, because those, it really terrified me. It gave me, like, the sense of, like, what's that called? I'm trying to think, what's that called? Oh, Final Destination. Final Destination, but even more ways of, like, how people will get killed. Like, there's, like, this, well, it's not as graphic, but, like, it also was, like, I say, zapped into my brain, essentially. But I remember this one episode where, like, this person, like, ate so excessively that, like, they were at a Chinese restaurant. And, like, eventually he gets a heart attack. And the final shot was, like, a fortune cookie that said, don't, like, gorge, or you shall meet your fate, or something. Like, some stuff like that. That also terrified me. Ugh. Those are, like, the two less graphic ones that I'm willing to talk about. But, like, no, like, I remember those very vividly. And now I remember, well, now I know what the name of that show was. And I'm thankful it's gone, because in no world should, like, people consume that kind of stuff. Because, like, there's plenty of people that, you know, it'll make some people really scared to do anything, if I'm going to be honest with you. No, honestly, I'm going to be really for real with you when I say this. But when some people talk about like nostalgia, I've talked about this before. When it comes to nostalgia kind of stuff, I do think that like nostalgia can like become sour, and then people like start judging like the younger generations getting into the stuff that they are, and then like they like will say, "Oh, you guys are ruining this piece of media," and it's like I think it can really go really far if you know, allow it to go to its logical extreme. But no, not every show from like the early 2000s was necessarily not just good, but also like some shows are more okay than others, but like I don't know. I try not to look at that time period with like rose tinted glasses about like, you know, valid criticisms when it comes to like like that period of time when it comes to shows. How about you guys? Do you guys feel the same way? Or like, what's one thing that you are now looking at it and you're like, geez, thank goodness this was just a part of my time, and like, you know, it's not on television now. If any of you guys do have like a show where you're like, oh, I remember this, but I don't. I think it's just best left in the past. Like that kind of thing. If any of you guys have a show like that where you're like, this can stay in my past, we don't need to revisit it. Some of the best shows that I remember that I would encourage people to like actually like sit and watch. Like, I'll wait until like probably you guys are typing or something, but while you guys are doing that, I'm just gonna bring up the shows that I remember watching. They're unproblematic. They're just like super, like anyone can sit and watch them. Like anyone can and have a good time. It's also going to reveal like the type of media that I consume, so I guess we'll do that. But my favorite show, one of my favorite shows that I would watch actually when I was growing up, were like I remember watching Yogi Bear, actually. I remember watching it on what's that called? Boomerang. Boomerang was like the thing. I didn't have like I didn't have Cartoon Network on my on the cable package, so like other than go to like a friend's house to like go and watch like a show like any of those that were featured on television, like Boomerang was like the closest equivalent, and I watched, and I mean a ton of like the Hanna-Barbera television shows. And I watched not just Yogi Bear, but Jabberjaws, Jessie and the Pussycats, the Snorks, the Smurfs, and What else? What's that other? I saw a thing for it like a bit ago actually. What was the name of it? It has like a gorilla. It'll come to me. Hmm. Hmm. Well, oh no, all those shows. I remember watching those, and like that was like my bread and butter when it comes to classic cartoons. But my one great show I really did enjoy growing up and watching was Teen Titans, the original Teen Titans. That was like the best. That was like awesome. And same with like uh what's that called? Uh The Last Avatar. That was great. That was amazing stuff. But no, one of my all-time favorite well it's is one of my all-time favorite shows, and that's Adventure Time. And I would say Obsidian alongside the Fiona and Cake show. Like those are all great. I love them. But when it comes to like the original Adventure Time, man, that was like the best time. That really was. I would recommend those shows to anyone. And I would also say The Simpsons as well. But I would say like season 1 to season 8. I'm still watching like the modern seasons, yes, but I would say when people like going into like season 8 of The Simpsons, that was like the peak of like the golden era where things were like really good. I still like modern Simpsons, yes, but I do think like season 1 to season 8 just great. It should have ended there, but you know. And also Futurama. Those are all great shows. But anywho, okay, let's see. Well, we're doing pretty good on time wise. It's like 8:03. We're just having a good time. All right. Ooh. Come on. You know what? Let's do this as a side quest. Let's just light up the area. Yeah, that'll be the plan. we'll wait until daylight. In the meantime, I'll get to just chat with you guys. All right, but yeah, I remember watching all those. Oh man. They were all great. Ooh. Oh, that's terrible. Perfect. Hmm. All right, let's let these grow. Woo! Come on. You want to come? Come on. Come on. Hang out with me in my domain. Hold up. Whoa! This place is pretty cool. Imagine if there was some monster living in here. Now I'm talking like some like sea beast of some sort. That would be pretty cool. Honestly, besides like what's that called? Besides the Guardians, I wish that there was like some more like supernatural creature or whatever living in the water. When it comes to like a threat or something like to get my my interest, I'm like, ooh, there's something in there. Better stay away from it. And you could argue like drown are like the best equivalent, but like I want something big, something large, something. You know, actually, when it comes to like creatures in the water, there's in Japanese mythology, there's this one type of creature called kappas, and kappas, like those are, they're kind of like a frogish, like a turtle creature, and they have like a ring on their on the top of their head, and it was like magic water that gives them powers, but it also like holds like their life force to, you know, basically say essentially, if they tip it, they die, or they also lose their power too. But anywho, like they would hang out in like rivers, streams, and like go after like travelers. And I wish that like they had something similar. I just want like more things like that. Or if any of you guys know about H.P. Lovecraft, you guys probably do know about like the deep ones. Which any of you who's read like I say The Shadow over Innsmouth, like you know about like those creatures. By the way, I guess in case any of you guys are curious about that story, I'll summarize it. I do encourage you guys to go read that short story. Well, no, it's not a short story. Excuse me. No, it is I believe it's a novella actually by H.P. Lovecraft. But in that story, you have this person who is on his way to a university, and then he's like, "Oh, what's this place called? Innsmouth." He goes to Innsmouth, and like he discovers that there is a race of fish people, essentially, called the Deep Ones, and this race of fish people, they live at, well, they live near a reef actually called Devil's Reef, and they had made a deal, the townspeople, with the Deep Ones. They get to have hybrid children with the human population, and the humans would eventually, like the hybrids, they would display features of the Deep Ones, and then they would go and, be amongst their, kind. For that, the people would receive a lot of fish during, certain seasons of the year, and they would also receive treasure but from the Deep Ones. So, yeah, and eventually, he's, they know about him, and they start chasing him around town, and the U.S. military gets involved, and, puts everyone under arrest, and, a whole bunch of different stuff. I'm not going to spoil everything, but I basically did, but there's more, obviously. But, yeah, I wish they had, some fish people. Fish people creatures in Minecraft. You could argue that the drown would be an equivalent, but no, I want fish people. That'd be really cool. Would it be possible? But anywho. Yep. We're doing pretty well, actually, I think. Well, I don't need this. I also don't need this, nor this. Yeah, I don't need any of those. Alright. Perfect. We're just doing fantastic today. Oh yeah, I got to watch The Muppets too, actually, today, and that was really fun. I was watching the original Muppets movie from 1979. And that's just a wonderful movie. And I brought this up like a year ago or like years ago. Well, no, not years ago. What am I talking about? I've been doing this now for over a year. When we hit August, it's going to be 2 years. But anywho, um, no, like I talked about like making a puppet at some point named Charlie. But no, honestly, I've kind of thought about like, yes, I still want to do a puppet, like make a puppet and everything. But I'm also thinking, like, oh, maybe I should make like a spooky kind of puppet, actually. A cool little monster uh, puppet, actually. And, if I do eventually like make this kind of puppet, I would probably make for him an Instagram account. Like how people have like Instagram accounts for their pets or something. I think would be cool is to have like a channel, a YouTube channel, and a Instagram account for like a puppet, a horror. Well, there's a bunch of like people online who have like puppet accounts out there, But like, I don't know, it'd be really fun. And also I can like do some level of acting. And like, ooh, like you can have like this is a name for a puppet character that I would want to like I'm going to try to like go to like the store and get like stuff to make a puppet, yeah. And I was going to do it on a stream, but I don't think it would be a little bit hard to do something like that on a stream if you don't have like certain stuff to like show like the process. But no, like, yeah, I'll probably make this puppet maybe when I go out to the store tomorrow. There we go. But no, I came up with the name Ghouler. Ghouler. Like Ghouler. Yeah, and I'll make a whole backstory for Ghouler, actually. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Ghouler the Ghoul. Or no! Or I'll come up with a name that might be a bit better than Ghouler, but like, yeah, it would be something like a bit corny, like something that has like a lighthearted level of like spooky, not extremely lighthearted, but it would be like lighthearted and spirit and that kind of stuff. I do like my lighthearted, macabre humor. Like when it comes to like something like to compare it to, it would be like the Munsters kind of humor. Like the Munsters, that and like the Addams Family kind of humor. Yeah, I want to like, do something like that, but with a character named Ghouler. It would be so funny. And I would probably make him talk about like like a horror movie, or even like be like, oh, did you see this? This is pretty funny, or like something like that. And also, if I gave him like a YouTube channel or something, I wonder how far it would go. It would probably not get that much traction, but I do think like if I, like, mm, like do some script writing and like really work on like making a funny video or something, like I bet it could get some traction, you know? There's a bunch of people doing VTubing right now, and if I wanted to like, well, no, I say this. Like for like a day that I didn't want to like show myself on screen, I was thinking about making like a VTuber or something. Whoa! Sorry. Well, if there was like a day I didn't want to show myself on stream, but I wanted to stream, I guess I would like pull out that character, the puppet, to like distinguish myself if I ever like felt the need or the want to do something like that. Like, here, let me just well, it's not a puppet, but it is a mask. But I was thinking for my no, not Stream and Scream. And plus I'm renaming my Halloween event, but for my Blood Moon Terror horror stream on March 3rd, I was thinking about like wearing a mask actually, but let me go grab it. Oh, this is where this other stuff is. Okay. I couldn't find the gold mask, but there is this one. You know? Yeah. I don't know. I this is I have like a couple masks. I have several different things like this actually. Let me see if I can find it here. No, that's just a shoe. All right, I'll be right back. In the meantime, uh, here you just look out, okay? I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, let's go. But yeah. No, I've thought about. I need to increase my mask collection because I came up with a really cool like slasher creation. It's like, oh, that would be pretty cool, but it's like, oh, but how would like the execution go with it? I don't know. It'll be interesting. All right, let's see. Do 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 do. I'll wait until I get to a different area to like replenish my food stuff. Well, my hunger bar I'm referring to actually. Onward and forward. Yeah. Mm. The water just looks beautiful. Oh, excuse me. All right. Okay, come on. Oh boy, this is just gonna take forever just to get back. But at least it gives me time to just chat with you guys. Alright, let's see. I'm just going to put this right here. Here. Boom, shakalaka. Or boom, waka waka waka. Oh dear. Moving me around, dun 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 dun. Moving right along, moving right along. Oh dear. Immediately, the respectability about me just went immediately down after that. Yeah. Like spooky, scary, hardcore kind of stuff, and then I go sing along some like tune from a Muppet movie. Yeah. That's like really hardcore, dude. Alright, let's eat something quick. Alright, ready? Yeah, go walk around. Oh, excuse me. Onward and forward. Mmm. Yep. After this stream, I'll probably go play some more Halo. And then just go chill, I guess. Go, oh, I don't know. Yeah, just go play some Halo. Excuse me. You know? And just get ready for my date tomorrow. I'm gonna have a lot going on tomorrow, and it's Saturday, right? Yeah, no, it is Saturday. Oh my gosh. I have a lot going on. Jeez, it's just like, oh yeah, that. Oh well. Wow, okay. We need to light up this area. There we go. Oh, no. Just give me a sec. I need to do something. Give me a sec. Creative. Is that person going after me? No. Perfect. Here. Here, let's just add some more lighting in this area. I would do it in survival, but no, I want to have some level of protection during this. So, this is how I'm going to do it. Alright, let's just do some more. Alright, come on. There. We should also... I'm going to light this up, just because. And plus, I wouldn't be able to do this in survival if I had like a a gas, like those new gas creatures. That would be pretty cool. But I just want to do this, and also it'd be helpful. There we go. We're almost done. There we go. Ooh, okay. Hmm. Now that looks spooky. Ooh. Come on. We're almost done. Then I'll go back into survival. Here we go. There we go. Ooh, okay. We need to explore this area. Alright. Perfect. Excellent. We're almost done with the lighting process, and then we will go back into survival. Okay. There we go. Toss, toss, toss. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And I am done. Put it right there. A few more over here. And, all right. Let's go back in. Settings. Survival. There we go. Ugh. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Oh. Okay. Excuse me. I thought this would go a little bit more badly, but you know. No, we're just doing fantastic, actually. Ugh. That's pretty scary. All right. We are almost done. My phone's doing pretty good power-wise, so I'll probably take it off its power cord. There we go. Just give me a sec. Oh. Okay. By the way, want to give a huge thank you to you guys for coming to watch the stream and also watching this on YouTube. I do appreciate it. I know I say it a lot, but I genuinely do mean this. I do like appreciate it a lot. So, you know, this is a career that I want to get into, and you know, by you guys watching and like just recommending people to watch me and everything, I appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And if you're here on Twitch, appreciate having you guys here. I would appreciate if you subscribe. And, yeah, you don't get to see those pesky ads, and when the emotes come out, you can use the emotes. But until then, yeah, I only have just the one emote. But that's like the standard for when you unlock affiliate and the or the partner program. I was dreaming about you. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right. All right. Let's fix this. Probably when I get this stuff complete, I'll probably head back home and go to a different mine, and then I will probably get rid of some stuff, and also like I don't know, just spend some time at home. This will more or less just be like me leaving the blueprints of, you know, what I want to do in the next Utopia stream. We just need to constantly hit that area, and then we can make our bridge. Well, this bridge all the way to there, and then the other one reaching across the ocean and connecting to the one over there, and then by extension here. That's the whole intention of this. Having some level of connectedness between all the different areas that are part of the kingdom. Of the Utopia Empire. Oh, excuse me. What? Oh, okay. You know what to do. There we go. Come on. Golems, you know what to do. Get him. A zombie horse. Okay. Perfect. Ha! Ooh, come on. Ooh, okay. Alright, come on. This is my warship. Across the ocean we shall go. On... Oh my gosh. It's a Nautilus. Look at that, in the wild. Here, we're just going to observe him in his habitat. Now that's awesome. I think there's still Nautilus in the oceans. Besides ancient Nautilus. No, those guys are dead. But like these guys, I think there are still like, you know, those creatures in the ocean. That's cool. That was dun, 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 dun. Okay. Man, that was cool. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, let's just get some more of this. Huh. Okay. There we go. Let's just light this area up a little bit. Come on. Golems. Alright, there we go. Okay. Just give me a sec. Alright, there we go. Alright. Onward and forward. I love this road. It's just great. And also, I'm defended up here. I don't have to worry about monsters other than the phantoms. So, yeah. Actually, I'm going to pull this out because this feels cool. Just walking around with a spear. Okay, let's go. Ooh. There we go. Bye-bye. Here, let's just leave one down there. And one up here. Oh, there's already one up here. Oh, well. Occasionally, creatures will spawn up here, but they get dealt with. Other than creepers. Creepers are like the most annoying to deal with. Okay. Alright. Alright. There we go. Actually, let's mess with some creepers. Come on. Perfect. Ooh. The day I had those golem. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come on. Oh, fuck. Hey, hey, hey. Help me. Help me. Yeah. Oh. Here, go. Get him. Hee 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 hee. Whoa. Come on. Get a bit closer. You don't hurt me in water. Ha 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 ha. You on the other hand, yeah. Oh. Oh, crap. Let's go. Oh, boy. Onward. Come on. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Oh, man. Let's go. This way. Let's swim. Come on. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Now, if we just swim over here. Alright. We're almost home. Perfect. Here we are. We're back at Mount Utopia. Home base of me. Interesting. It looked like one of them went down the waterfall here. All the way down. Well, halfway. Let's see what he does. Whoa! Be careful. Oh, okay. He's looking like he's getting down pretty well. Oh, cool. Hey! Here. Come. Come on. Come here. Good. Come. Do we have an egg? Yay, we got one. Perfect. We'll put the egg right in this little garden. Hurry up. Yippee. We got another one. I'll put this right in here. This is great. This place is just growing and growing. Let's go check on the extra farm over here. Wow. Okay, my fish are doing well. And these guys just look like they're doing well. And look how much food we got. Oh man, this is awesome. Feels like yesterday when I built this. And you know what? We're going to put a giant barn in this area too. It's going to be great. Like, we did a lot of deforestation in this area, and we did plant some trees. But no, the next plan, I'm gonna make a giant barn in this area. So, yep. Okay. Let's head back. Okay. Wow. You guys look like you're doing great. Wow. Actually, here, I'm going to look for a place where I can put my, I want to have a Nautilus. And I'm going to find a place to have the Nautilus. Where would be a good place? Actually, let's check on the whole place, actually. Let's take a break from doing crazy stuff and just like admire. There we go. Wow. Did you guys know that Mount Utopia, well, this world's big, yes, but Mount Utopia as a entity has so much life. We have a bunch of animals and pets over there. We also have this mini village here, which I do need to make some improvements on this place. And then we have that whole area just for our sniffers, actually. Let's go check on them, actually. And that place needs some upgrades, too, actually. Uh-oh. Wolves? Okay, there's wolves in here now. So now we have golems, sniffers, we got ocelots, and now wolves. Don't you think that's interesting? I think it's interesting. All right. Let's see about this area, though. Yeah, no, I need to figure out what to do with this area. It would be pretty cool to find something cool that we can make this area into, actually. But yeah. All right. I'm actually going to see where should I put it. I want it close by in this main area because this is like where all of them are. All my different creatures. I have an idea. Like eventually I'm going to make this place a little bit bigger for the different animals, but I actually might put it right here. But it does require some dirt, so well, I think this is pretty big for pigs. Wow. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna look around. If you guys have an idea, let me know, because I don't know. It's kind of hard to... Like, we have this place for my horse. How about here? Yeah, right here. Yeah, I don't plan on doing anything else in this area, so maybe, yeah, I'll do that. Sure. Now I'll make some glowstone for like the underwater visibility, actually. Sure, I'll do that. Let me just light up more of this area. Because that would be good. Perfect. But let me just get some sleep first, actually. I need it, and also I don't want to deal with phantoms anytime soon, so... Yeah, that'll be a nice little side quest. There we go. I kind of don't want this parrot, so I'm sorry. That felt bad. I didn't really want the parrot anymore, and I just can't let it go, so... I don't know. I'm sorry. That felt terrible. Okay, let's get some sleep. I wish Minecraft gave you abilities so that you can, like, instead of kill, you can, like, let them go. But, I don't know. I didn't want the parrot anymore, but it's kind of hard. All right. Here. There. Take it. There we go. Goes away. in the next time, well, I'll find. Uh, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll get a dog or a cat or something as a pet in Minecraft. Let's just make this a bit bigger. Hmm. Okay, let's see. Perfect. This is going well. I'll maybe just use this in other projects. But anywho, make this pretty deep. At least to this level. Perfect. Here, just give me a sec. I'm going to do this quick. If I just cut down like the side sections, then I will have like everything I need to do when it comes to filling this up with water. And I might replace the ground with sand, actually. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Now I will go into creative to help with like the filling process of this with water, just because it will be a little bit harder if I just do it with survival, and that's just me like wanting to do that just because it will be a little bit more easier. If I had like people to help me, I would like it would make this process a lot easier. But again, like you know. It is important to be very selective when it comes to having like, especially like, I'm talking about this as if I'm like I say, a YouTuber who's been in this for like years or something. I'm not, but there is like, you kind of have to be very careful with the kind of people you associate with. And I always think about that. I'm like, oh, like obviously I'm a small creator and There are other small creators, medium creators, and even large creators that can, how do you say, like, in the future, one of those creators you associate with yourself, and this also applies to like real life with like regular people. But like, if you associate with this person and that person does something problematic, or even yet worse, or even worse, like they commit a crime, like an actual serious crime, you know, and it's like some people will not treat you in will not treat you in good faith, and then they will say, "Oh, you were with this person. That must mean that you agree with this person or defend that person." That's just the kind of world we live in, where like you're guilty by association, and there are people out there like who will stand behind whoever, and then like you know drama ensues and all that other stuff. I am not really, I'm careful for that reason, and that's just how it is. All right. There. Sand. Oh, come on. Come on. Stay away. Stay away. There we go. And again, as I said, it can apply to real life too, because, you know, not everyone that you encounter in real life, that being like a job or like on the street or someone you've known for a long time, sometimes you just have to be a little, how do you say? Sometimes you just, well, it's important. It's a part of like, looking out for yourself. And, obviously you have to treat things by a case by case thing. Like if it's something stupid or whatever, like, yeah, like that's open to like not treating it with a level of seriousness to like, something even more serious, like a sexual assault or like other things like that. Or a claim about a person that isn't true. Well, no, excuse me. Like, it's a hot button issue or something. Like, yeah, no, like that's a whole other ball game that can be difficult to traverse for anyone, right? So, you know, that's why you kind of need to think about this kind of stuff. I bet you guys like can have like those moments where you're like, "Oh yeah, no, that is true." Because, people are people, and you know, people make mistakes, and like, yeah. And some people are just like malicious motherfuckers who shouldn't be, you know, given the opportunity to commit terrible stuff. But you know, uh, yeah. Uh-oh. Come on. All right. Yep. That's an important lesson for everyone to learn, of course. An important thing, actually. And also, don't allow certain kind of people to. Well, I need to like be better on this too. Actually, the more I think about it. But hey, you know, it is important to take one's own advice and try to work on it, right? But also, there, come on. Actually, I could use this some other time. I'll find a name for the Nautilus sometime. Where is... Here, let's just decorate a little bit. Sure. Seagrass. Alright. Maybe we might make this bigger in the future, but... Here, let's put some kelp here. Where is... There he is. Nautilus. Here, let's check him. Perfect. Oh, yeah, you can actually hear the Nautilus. Wow, look at them. Here, let's look at this from above. Wow. It is a whole world. Oh! The sniffer just hatched. That's wonderful. You know, that's just great. This place is really coming together. Wow. I'm really proud of this place. We can try to like make this place bigger like with the animals, and I wanted to do something with this at some point, and we'll figure something out with this giant jungle area. At least for now, like, this is Utopia in 2026. We've seen it grow. Yeah. Nice city. Oh, this isn't a city. It's a, this is my, kingdom. This is, Utopia. I just added, a Nautilus, and it's nice to see you again, Ravens, 2029. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing great tonight. So, there we go. Let's see. Let me just turn off creative. Oh. There we go. Oh. Let me just grab that. Yeah, no, we've done a lot recently, actually. I've actually put in a giant road that connects all my different villages, actually. And, yeah, that's what I've been doing today, at least. Well, for the past year. And also, like, a few weeks. So, yeah. Here, let me check something. I need to get some sleep, and then I'll go head out to the mine, actually. Let's see. Sure. I need more need more pickaxes. All right. Here. No. Okay, let's see. I might end the stream when we get to the mine, and then we can, like, have that as, like a pickup place, actually. So, you know, I might do that when we actually head to the mine. Alright. Well, actually, here. Could put this in here. Right there. Okay. Well, actually, let's go find a mine first off. Oh, was that a chick? Woo! Perfect. Let's go. Alright, let's find a mine first off that we can make do in, actually. There was the one mine, like, down there, but I don't want to go down there. So maybe... maybe if... no. Not the one close to hell. Let's try to, like... There is that one all the way out there, but we're not going to head that way. No, I want to stay on this side of the world for right now and get some, Gosh. Not this one, but we'll come back, definitely. Alright. Let's see. I need to grab some food. Then we're going to give this back to the citizens of my kingdom. All the villagers, for like the villages that are under the kingdom, they will of course have their food and everything, and they get protection through my golems that are my knights. I would want them to dress up, well, be dark knights, like golems that are like, dark in appearance, but, oh well. Let's see. This looks perfect. Here, let's leave a little beacon thing. Do I have torches? Yes, I do. Ooh, there's some creatures down there. Yeah, no, this would be a good place to end it. But just before I do need some reinforcements. There we go. And to deal with those pesky creepers. Ooh, we got a whole bunch of creatures here. All right. First off, let's just add 1 or 2 lights, so I know what I'm dealing with. Hold up. Perfect. You guys know what to do. Wow, okay. All right, let's just add some lights. Even more lights. And we'll start mining this place when I come back to Utopia. There we go. Go ahead, golems. And just to make sure when I do leave this area that there will be no other creatures that will get in my way. You guys know what to do. Perfect. Okay. All right, that will be all for today's stream. Let me just go here. All right. I had a great time playing Minecraft with you guys, and I hope you guys had a great time watching me. If you're watching this over on YouTube, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Also, come and join us here on Twitch. I would very much appreciate it. And yeah, and also go follow me on all my socials listed here on Twitch as well as YouTube. And yeah, all that good stuff. Just give me a sec to put away my Mjolnir necklace, actually. Alright. I've been having this, like, I think it's a cold. I don't want to use the word sick word. I don't want to use that word, but, you know. Yeah. No, I've had a great time streaming today. I'm going to be back on Monday. I'm going to play a game. It will be Hightail. I'm going to continue my Hightail streams. And yeah. No, that's what's going to come. But on March 3rd, around 7 20, somewhere around like that time, Central Standard Time, I will be doing the Blood Moon Terror stream, which I'll be playing Dead by Daylight. Come and if you like horror, just come and then just talk about horror, because that's what that stream's going to be basically about during the blood moon. And that's when like the moon turns into like it gets like a red surface, because there's some science behind it, and it's interesting. I can't remember all the details off the top of my head, but no, it's a cool little thing. And I was like, oh, I should like do like a cool little spooky thing around that, Try and make that into like an event thing, I guess. But regardless, I hope you have a great night, day, wherever you are in the world, and whenever you're watching this here on YouTube. I'm talking about in the present future. Present future, yeah. I'll use that term. Yeah, anything else? Oh yeah, be happy, healthy, and all that good stuff. Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys Monday, and take care. This will come out in... I'm going to try to release this in the morning time on Sunday. I'll try to. Either around... Well, I'm going to upload it in the morning... the morning, and hopefully, all you guys will have access to, like, this as soon as it drops Sunday. But, yeah. All right. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.